This move is called the hangman, and it's a move that I got really good at the end of my gi career. Towards the end, I really got into this, and there was a tournament that I just blasted everybody with it. It's really hard to stop, but you need some serious flexibility, and you need, and if he smells it out in the beginning, you know, nothing's 100%. If he has insane posture, then it's impossible to do it. You have to have the ability to control his posture. Your posture breaking ability's got to be strong. Your headlock ability and the guard's got to be strong. Can you come on this side?
Guard.
Oh. So, first of all, just like the rubber guard, this is the beginning of the rubber guard. This is how the rubber guard all started. Was playing like this. In the gi, all right? So, if I have his posture broken down here, I'm good, right? So I have good posture here. I got my foot on his hip. What I want to do is continue to control his posture with my left arm and pull up on his collar, open up his collar with my right hand here, making some room here to get my left foot in there. Now, once my left foot is in his collar, I bring my other foot on top here, and now it's over. All I'm going to do here is squeeze my knees together and extend them, and I'm right here, and there's nothing he can do. He's trapped. Any arm I want. I just take this arm here, take this arm, and when I'm ready to go, see, I even open, this leg is still in the collar, and then right here, bam. So again, breaking his posture is everything. If you can't break his posture, it's not happening. You got to break, you got to hold his posture, break his posture, get your hips out to the side, left foot on the hip, open this up. Nice and wide. It's not that hard. Put that foot in, cross your feet. Now it's over. Now it's over right here. There's nothing. Can you do anything? There's nothing you can do. I take this arm any way I can. Again, flexibility is huge. If you can't get into invisible collar or crackhead, then this ain't gonna work. You got to have the flexibility.
Are both your ankles in my jacket?
No, just one is. The other one's crossed on top. Right? And then
Yeah, no, I just feel like my shoulder over here is just locked.
Totally. He's trapped. And then even here, like, he's still trapped. He's still trapped. And then when I'm ready to go, boom.
That's awesome.
That's for all you gi lovers.
Gracie Veterano, old family first, fam. Taught the world to swing that double-edged sword. It works, fam. BJJ from GJJ, like Cool Herc gave birth to what your DJ plays. But despite the lineage, I will never be closed-minded. Refuse to see beyond the lines, you go blind. Rocker travels the 10th planet, I flow free. I'm welcome on mini-mats, gi to no gi. Though my branch traces roots to the original tree. Roots sprouted from the original seed. Water with blood, sweat, and tears, spotlight with sunlight. That tree became a forest, ballet tudo done right. Then Hoyts dominated them all in one night. And hate song hasn't been beaten in one fight. Flow with the gold, in a hit on an holly note. That to continue to win, we must continue to grow. Let's go!
All right, guys, come on in, competitors.
Gather around. Listen up. There's some rules you need to understand. Everyone, gather around. And we're going to be sitting on the blue mats. Spectators. Spectators on the blue mat.
Max, you'll be the first match, too. It's going to be you and Scott the first match.
There's a couple things we got to explain.
So you can warm up.
You have to understand about this tournament. There's 8 matches. Oh no, 4 matches. 8 people, 4 matches. 15 minutes each. If there's no submission, they're both out. Okay? So this is more like a game show than it is like a regular tournament. All right? So let's just say out of the 4 matches, one of them was a draw, and then there's 3 matches with a submission. How do we decide the 3 matches? Well, who gets the bye? The guy with the fastest submission gets the bye. Right? So there's 3 left, 3 guys left. These 2 guys got to fight. This guy gets a bye. If this is a draw, this guy wins. The guy who just got the bye. He gets the money. It's all about getting the money. It's not about everyone being matched up with everybody. So not only do you want to get a submission because you want to get to the next round or you're out, but there's an extra urgency for this submission because you want that bye. You can get that bye and win all the money and not have to fight a second time. That makes sense? The finals is no time limit. That's it. The finals. But there might not be a final if there's 4 matches, one ends up in a draw. There's 3 guys left. This guy gets the bye, and if this is a draw, that guy wins. So there wasn't even a final in that situation. Does that make sense? If the first 3 matches are all draws and there's 1 match left, we haven't even got out of the quarterfinals, that's the championship match. That one goes no time limit. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is it clear? So not only do you have to, there's an urgency to finish the match, but you want to get that bye. You want to get it as quick as possible. You might not have to fight, you win. I'm going to do a 16-man tournament like that in LA in February at Big John McCarthy School. We're going to do the same thing, 16 guys, so that means there's 8 matches. If only 5 end up in submission, we had 3 draws, those guys are gone. So there's 5 guys left. The bye goes to the guy who got the quickest submission. So then there's 2 matches here. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
If those 2 matches go to a draw, that guy that got the bye, he wins all the money. It's going to be $10,000 at least. We're going to try to bump it up to 20 and 25,000. So it's a game show. Who's the last grappler standing?
Is this what you're calling the WSOC or no? Is that a different?
No, now it's ISOF, International Submission Only Federation. They start it's a submission only game. It's a whole different game. Trying to separate from the whole. There's a point game, there's an advantage game, and there's a submission only game. What game do you call? What sport? 2 different sports. One sport you have to really train your submissions and your setups, and one you don't. You could just train holding and shit. You could almost sweep a guy and then hold him. Different kind of training. That make sense? So up first, Scott
And Max.
and Max.
I'll read off the first bracket real quick. We have Scott and Max, the first match. Second match will be Mike and John Helton. Second match will be Zach and Kenny. Third match will be Zach and Kenny. Fourth match will be Juan and Raul. Did I say that right? Okay. Prize today, $300. Okay. We didn't hit our mark of 75 to bump it up. We're trying to keep the price of this event as low as possible. I'm sure you guys appreciate that. How could you get 4 instructors for $50? Okay, you don't. I don't care about making money as long as all my instructors are paid, flights are paid, hotels are paid. I'm happy. I don't care about breaking even. So next time we're going to shoot for more people. We'll increase the price next time. All right?
Let's do it. We have to have a time.
Well, here's the timer.
So as soon as there's submission, boom, bam, stop. Max from Montreal. Ready? Remember, you want that body. So you just got to start digging around for a couple minutes.
Keep your head up, Scott. Watch the keys. Head up. There you go. Control. Squeeze your knees. Keep the clinch.
Breathe.
Breathe, Scott. There you go. It's almost down. It's not down yet. There you go. Meat hook. Pump it.
Deep breaths, buddy.
Mine, Scott.
There you go. Breathe. Start coming up. There you go. That's better. There we go. Nice. We'll have to do that too. Do that too if you don't mind. There you go. Nice. Hug the knee. Get good control first. Stay tight. Whenever you're ready, you know he's going to go.
Mine, Scott.
That squeeze on him. It's wearing on him right now. Let's go.
Going forward pressure, Max.
Yep, that neck's getting tired.
Keep your weight forward, Max.
Clear. There you go. You got it. Watch the cartwheel if you're going to go to London.
You got it, you got it, you got it.
Watch like it's going really light.
Come on, Scott.
Back, 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 you got it, you got it. Come back, come back, come back. There you go.
Keep going.
We're here at the Tap Out Gym on the corner of Pico and Grand in downtown LA. You can park across the street over there. See that parking lot right there? Just leave your car there. After 8, you can park on the street. No parking problems here. Enter. Got the weight room here, women's bathroom there. Strongest man in LA right here. Men's bathroom, really nice. Take a quick shot of that. Shower over there. Full size cage. You can have a class in there, it's so big. And the mat's completely wrapped in a cage, which is awesome. There you go. What you waiting for? Go. For those of you that are new to jiu-jitsu, this is going to be, look at this long-term project stuff. All right? This is for my advanced guys. All right, so, but you can still learn from this. Try to retain as much as possible. Later, you're going to need to know this. You're just going to get it quick. Real quick, get on your back right there. It's a lesson in the mouse. Generally, when I mount, anywhere I mount, I get into the skydive position immediately. Unless I already have control of one of his arms. All right? And I'll backtrack to that a little bit. But skydiving is crossing your ankles underneath, balancing here. When I get to the mount, generally I want to solidify the position first. As soon as I get to the mount, most guys will buck right there. Most guys will explode right when you get there. They'll go after that foot. They got some serious explosion waiting. Generally, like, fuck, I got mounted, I gotta go, I can't let them settle down. So I generally go to the mount, solidify them, slow them down, let them get a couple explosions out, then I attack. But it's all with, I start attacking within 2-3 seconds. And by attack, I'm attacking this arm always. In the mount, I gotta get an arm out of the mix. It's kind of like the rubber guard where I'm always trying to get this hand on the mat. Same thing, I'm always attacking this arm. You can attack this arm, this is just my style. When I'm in the mountain here, I'm still in skydive, I'm always looking, I'm always looking up. Ready? Go!
There it is.
Slow it down, okay? Don't scream. That's one. That's it.
Beautiful. Right up, Zach. You know where you're at. There it is. Up hard. Check the pump. Yeah, check the pump, dog.
Squeeze tight. Squeeze your knees together hard.
Yeah, kick out. You got this.
Can you videotape? Vinny's here. He was planning on going to the World about 3 months ago when we set this up. I didn't know the Worlds were going to be on this weekend. So I agreed to do the seminar. You know, I got paid in advance, I think, and all that. So I agreed to do it. And I told Vinny, I go, man, I'm going to be up in Vegas. I haven't worked with Vinny in probably about 10 months, maybe a year. It's been a while. And it was time for me to come up and tune up his rubber guard and his twister. And once, then he texted me a few weeks ago and said, hey, you going to the Worlds? I'm going around the Worlds. Maybe we get a little workout. I'm like, man, that seminar I was going to do, that's the same weekend. So immediately I thought, just go to the Worlds, man. Don't worry about the seminar. Just go to the Worlds. And Vinny was like, no, dude, I'm going to go to your seminar. Fuck the Worlds. You know, I want to further I want to do something that's going to help me for my fight career. And for me, that was huge. That was massive. That was huge. I'm like, man, I'm going to make sure that this seminar is based on Vinny. I wanted Vinny his rubber guard's badass already. I could tweak something here and there, but he's good with the rubber guard. I don't, you know, he actually sent me a text as well. He sent me a text that I used in my commercial for the Twister DVD. A lot of times you ask people to write a quote about your book or about your DVD. I didn't have to ask Vinny. He wrote me a text, and the text went something like, man, you know me, I love rubber guard. I use rubber guard a lot. I still use it, but I'm dominating with twisters right now. If I don't get the twister, I get the calf crank. If I don't get the calf crank, I go to banana split and then back to the twister. Man, you really got to see it. And it was such an awesome text that I used it on the back cover of my DVD, my new DVD, the Twister DVD. So it's awesome to see. It's awesome. It's a huge honor because he's so high level. If you don't know Vinny Magalhaes, I mean, if you know him from the UFC and the jiu-jitsu world, he's one of the best in the world. He just won the gold medal in Abu Dhabi just last year. I mean, it was amazing. I use Vinny a lot as an example about having an open mind to learning the rubber guard. Because the rubber guard, you got to have flexibility first, and if you don't have the flexibility, you can work on your flexibility, you can get the flexibility, but it's going to take some time. But you can get the flexibility. Some people don't believe they can get the flexibility, so they just give up on the rubber guard. But you can't, it's just like kicking to the head. You can't kick to the head now, you work on your flexibility. Same thing with rubber guard flexibility. Rubber guard flexibility is just like yoga flexibility. It's the same thing. A guy comes to jiu-jitsu and he's really good at yoga, and means he can get into double lotus because that's a basic yoga position. He's ready for rubber guard. If he can get into double lotus, I've never heard of anybody that's done yoga for 10 years that couldn't eventually get into double lotus. It's the same thing with rubber guard. Eventually, you'll be able to get in double lotus if you work on it and you're consistent with it. Luckily, Vinny came in with a lot of flexibility, so he just jumped on rubber guard. What was that?
Just one side, just my right side.
Yeah, you know, I'm one-sided with rubber guard too. I play the other side, my weak side sometimes too, but usually I'm one-sided. Rubber guard is very offensive, very aggressive. So if you're very aggressive, you end up choosing a lot. Like I'm choosing. I'm not passing and going, like, you decide. I'm going to decide. I'm deciding on my strong side. So I use Vinny a lot as an example because people say, man, well, people that are trying to knock the rubber guard, well, how many people in the UFC do it? There's only, what is it, like 2 dudes? I go, yeah, it's only 2 dudes that open their mind enough and have faith enough to practice and get good at it.
And then they come up with it might not work like a high level, but I use like a basic path and just push people like this time.
Yeah. People say it doesn't work at a high level.
Higher than that. Like I was in the final against like the current champion, like, and I did the same moves. So.
Yeah. They say, oh, it doesn't work high level. He did it in Abu Dhabi against Fabrice Verdum. That's all I play. So when people say it don't work on a high level, I get high level guys in my gym constantly, and that's what I go to. I'm not going to something else. I'm going to my go-to stuff. So it's fun, this journey of trying to convince people that the rubber guard is a serious tool for anybody in MMA. And I can't thank Vinny enough for coming here, for showing his support, coming to my school. He competes in Put 10 Planet on his rash guard and his shorts or whatever. And people say, oh, Eddie's sponsoring him, Eddie's paying him to do that. I'm not paying him to do that. Anytime he's ever wore 10th Planet when he competed, he did it out of love for 10th Planet. You know, so the 10th Planet Association, the whole movement, owes so much to Vinny, because anytime someone gets on the internet and starts talking shit, all Vinny has to do is just show up and say, you guys need to calm the hell down, open up your mind. Just open up your mind. You know, and the reason why you don't see a lot of people doing rubber guards, a lot of people just haven't opened their mind to it and put in the time. That's it. It's legit, and in my opinion, the rubber guard is the most effective guard for MMA. In my opinion. That's what I
see
think.
other guys too, it's not just me, like Frank here, he used rubber guard. Like MMA, he worked with Eddie before. Marcelo Garcia, so those like, you know, the highest level guys. So if the highest level guys like work with the technique, why not like, you know, the regular guys?
No. But Vinny is definitely, you can't argue with him. I mean, anybody gets on the internet, he just shuts down all the arguments. And when people come, and he's a black belt, elite black belt. And when he comes, when any black belt comes into my system, the 10 Planet system is all the traditional no-gi stuff, because we do all the no-gi stuff that works, anything, whether it's leg locks or darces or something that came from Rio, we're spiral, De La Hiva. If it works no-gi, we're gonna put it in the system. If it's not in the system already and it's working, it's because we don't have time yet right now. All that cyborg stuff, that stuff works. We got guys on the case dissecting all that. We're putting everything into the 10 Planet system that works no-gi. But there's a lot of stuff that are 10 Planet specific too, like all the rubber guard stuff and the twister stuff, the lockdown half stuff that traditional schools just aren't accepting. They're not putting it into their curriculum. So when someone comes into my system as a black belt, if they want to get, they're a brown belt in my system. You know, even though they're world champions, you want to get a black belt in 10 Planet, you got to master rubber guard and all the 10 Planet specific stuff, because it's not fair to my 10 Planet guys that I brought up. You know, from the beginning, they learned all the rubber guard stuff, all the twist stuff, and all the traditional stuff too, leg locks and everything. And Vinny Magalhaes is my first black belt. Vinny? Dude, I wish I was on show right now. Like I said, I owe you so much for just being honest and being open-minded. There's so much closed-mindedness in the jiu-jitsu community. It's not just Brazilians, Americans and Europeans and Japanese. They're the most open-minded people out there. And the Australians, it's crazy. But you see like Americans and some Brazilians, not all Brazilians. There's a lot of Brazilians that are awesome. But there is certain people in the Brazilian community that are closed-minded. And it's not Vinny. Because Vinny's killing with rubber guard, he's killing with twisters, and I'm proud to make Vinny the first Brazilian black belt. That's awesome. It makes me proud, and I'm sure everybody in the 10 Planet organization is going to love that too. And it's legit too. You know, it's legit.
I was actually talking about that like the other day, like some guys, people like he still argue with me. It's like, dude, you know, Eddie's like been a black belt for a while. Like, except that black belt that like Jack Machado did. Like, he just was able to actually develop like a system that people just didn't know how to do it. Like the whole thing, like let's bring like the basic. Everybody says like that's like Nino Chambry move. Nino never taught like a system. He would do just for himself, and everybody would be like, oh, he can only do it because he's flexible. He's the only guy who can do it. That's for nobody else but him. And Eddie came up with a system like with like a bunch of other guys, like I said, like Frank, myself. Actually in Abu Dhabi, I would see like a bunch of guys. Brawley Steamer, like absolute like
Even Roger Gracie plays rubber.
Roger plays too. Yeah. Like so, it's like, you know, those guys, they don't want to like accept that they're using a system that Eddie developed, but like, you know, they playing the game. They know.
Yeah, and you're definitely breaking down the doors in the 10th Planet. In the 10th Planet history, when you look back 20 years from now, you are a huge monumental piece of the 10th Planet system. You are the Vinny era. There's going to be a chapter on Vinny
Dude, my next submission has to be like from Rubber Guard now.
No pressure.
Vinny Magalhães, everybody. Rip that shit show. There we go. Why the fuck is that? So why is it that there exist so many goddamn religions?
Bravo Radio. Talk, motherfucker. Whatever. Oh, Eddie Bravo.
Ready? Fight!
Let him get your legs inside, though. That's it, right?
Push yourself over, push yourself over, push yourself over. There you go, close it. Turn it, turn it, turn it.
Stay tight, Rolls. Stay tight.
Get that arm back, Juan. Get that right arm back. Get that right arm back.
Tu as le bras de ça, tu l'as. Ne lâche pas, ne lâche pas.
Come out. Control the wrist.
Attends,
Watch when you turn out the guillotine. Keep that wrist there. Try to jailbreak that. Butterfly with the left. Butterfly with the left. There you go. Get it in there. Get it in there. There you go. Elevate, elevate, turn it. Nice try. Keep that left arm in there. Keep that left arm in there. Watch the neck. He's going to go for it. Watch it, Kimura. That right elbow in there. Pop your hips.
Don't let him, he's going. Watch out.
There you go. Watch it. It's going
Destroy it.
Turn in. Turn all the way in. Turn all the
Watch
way in.
your leg,
Get
watch your leg.
it up into it.
Got it, bro.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Keep going. You're good. You're good. Turn back in. Go to your left.
Go.
Triangle.
There you go. Head up. Head up. Head up.
Come on, Raul. Keep tight, Raul. Keep
Put
tight.
that right knee through. Right knee through. Turn it. Take it. Take it. You got it. You got it. Set it up. Gotta get that left foot through. Get that left foot through. It's all yours.
Don't let him roll you off.
Go on, stretch. Keep going. Keep going. Get it. Rear naked choke grip. Shoot your butt in. Pull your butt into his butt. Shoot your butt into his butt. There you go. Keep going. You got it. You can do just a deep hook. You don't need both hands. You'll see your butt line.
Ne lâche pas le bras.
There you go. Now come up on it. Come up on
Ne
it.
lâche pas le bras.
Rear naked choke grip. Use your other hand. Use your other hand. Triangle if you have to. You get more space.
SP.
There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Now you got it. Hips in. Hips in. Hips in. Hips in.
It doesn't matter. So the bodies don't matter if there's an even amount of guys that advance to the next round. That was really good. Both of you guys. Man. That was good. That was good shit. Yeah, that was awesome. So, it's John and Scott.
Aim for the head, go for the throat. One for the money and two for the show. Shooting like stars to travel the globe. Zooming your view like a shrooming alone. Root of the bone, roof getting blown. All for this motherfucker burying my soul. Now that you know, take it and try. Nobody's gonna make it out alive. You're probably gonna wanna pray to Christ. Take a moment to breathe and heed advice. Weaving these webs of seeds and lies. Attracts every angle, creating type. I knew that I couldn't believe the hype. I knew I had to see it in a different light. I knew I gotta do whatever I gotta do to make a difference and make it my revenue. Hard times held quiet kept. When it caught in the grind, it's a tiny mess. When it's stretching in time to apply for a check. Eating the chest over civil unrest. Sick of the symptoms, so tired to rest. Proceed with persistence, push to progress. Cease to believe in dreams, might as well be mentally deceased. Might as well just learn to like defeat. You only get one chance to be unique. Every fan that felt the fucking beat. I'll spit my flow to feel you speak. Just let the song that's on the scene. Just let it go until you're free. I'm that rap, supposed to be in. Just when you thought we were out of our minds, we're up and above and ahead of our time. Like those shining kids, so tempting. Moving ahead of the pack, refusing to lose, staying on the attack. I'm that rap, supposed to be in. Just when you thought we were out of our minds, we're up and above and ahead of our time. Like those shining kids, so tempting. Moving ahead of the pack, refusing to lose, staying on the attack.
We playing now.
Ready?
Yours. Watch the back. Keep that arm in there. Take the hammy, you got it. Finish the hammy. Grip your hands.
It's my job.
Don't burn out, just maintain it. Don't use it to sweep, Stretch it out, pull his arms away. If you stretch your legs out, take the pressure off the neck. There you go. Stretch it out, use it as a sweep. Come up. Keep going. Take the toe hold. Switch. Where's the next guy? Keep the fin.
Yeah.
Stretch the legs.
Yeah.
Take the pressure off the neck.
Feel like this, John. Deep breath.
Stretch. Scott, try to pull that left arm in. Keep your grip to the right. There you go. You're good. Stretch it. Roll up. Keep going. Try to roll up on top. Get ready to switch. Go. Turn in. Go back to it, Scott. Breathe. Axe, come on up. Follow him up. Turn back in. T-Rex. Turn in. There you go. Elbows in.
A chunk.
Let's go, Scott.
Straighten the left leg. There we go.
Nice job.
Turn it to your side. Hand fight. Two on top. Shimmy the butt. Roll to the other hip. You've been here 1,000 times. Roll to the other hip. There you go. Now start scoot your butt. That's right. Every time he does that, he sets it up. Turn it again. Keep that wrist control. Butterfly hook to the left. Push his leg out. There you go. Scoot. Inchworm. There you go. Watch the twister. Push it off. Use your left foot. Push it off. Kick it. He's going to go back to the back. Now take it. Get it back.
First guy to do a twister, I forgot to mention, wins the whole thing.
That's Scott, kick out with the left. To the right, kick out with the right, kick out with the right.
Nice, John. Nice, nice, John.
Breathe.
Easy for you to say.
Head up. Watch the Kimura, watch the rolling Kimura. Watch the snap down to the neck too. Take it. Give me what you wanted. Stay with it, Scott. You got it this time.
This next match between Juan and Zach, if there's no finish, Scott wins.
Free, Scott.
Scott's hoping there's a draw. Again, if this is a draw, it's over. Scott wins. So those of you that are Scott fans should be hoping for a draw here.
Go on, you
Ready?
say.
Go on.
Come on, Zach.
Hug.
Head up. Yep.
Yeah.
Go for it, Juan. You got it. Right there. Finish it. Roll them. Switch it. Let's make it straight. Watch the hold on. Kick it out. Finish yours. Get the position. Go to the wedge.
Close the space, Zach.
Yep.
Sasquatch.
It's your right. There you go. Finish it. Come back up. Turn.
Nice.
Thanks, John.
Go on. Watch the back. High leg. Oh, you got it. You got it. Roll. Cross the ankles. You got it. Stretch. Change your angle, Juan. Change the angle a little bit. Get that foot closer. Pull your heels to your ass. It's more of a wrap now. There you go. You got it.
Come on,
When it
Juan.
pops out, take it. Straighten it. Finish it, Juan. Head up.
Professional defense right there.
Watch the leg. Boot. You got this. Come on up. This is your game. Come on up. Up. Just come up underneath. Come up. There you go. Put up. Out. Come up on top. There you go. Pass. Up. Pass. Keep your head up there. Watch you do the jump from arms and triangles.
Come on, Juan.
Nice. Go.
Take it.
Oh.
Take it. Hands in. Smash to the left.
Left knee.
Drive your weight, to your left. Drive your feet. There you go. Square it back up. This is it. Let's go, Juan.
Skydive.
Pop the hips. Juan, pop it.
Come on, Juan.
Pop and reach. There you go. Turn on your side. There you go. Keep going. You got this. Pop 3. Turn in. Turn back in. Go. Deep. Come back up. Take it, Juan. Take it fast, Juan.
Take it. Sasquatch.
Come up, Juan. Come up.
Very good leg lock defense. Yeah. All right, we're going to take a 10-minute break, and we're going to hit the finals. 10-minute break, and then we hit the finals.
Step right up, the stage is set, the fucking horse is never dead. Just need to rest, you did your best, I got it done. You swallow pride, I made her come, now that's commendable. From peasant to president, truth is the best medicine. Screw what you knew better than balancing on the precipice. Skip ahead of the ready set, I'll still be the shit with a speech impediment. Don't engage my vibe until the proper high is settled in. I conquer skies to get a glimpse, they call me God's therapist.
Pierced my soul and smoked my blood and stole my brain. I took it apart, leveled the blitz, were in vain.
Feel the pain until I can't feel the flames. I'm still in love with the hate. I feel
my DNA's not the same. Pierced my soul and smoked my blood and stole my brain. I took it apart, leveled the blitz, were in vain.
Feel the pain until I can't feel the flames. I'm still in love with the hate. I feel
my DNA's not the same.
I break bread with the parasites. No sleep, I'm rolling like a paradise. Like a pair of eyes dilated from an endless high. No lie, man, I'm blinded by all of the bright lights. Trying to focus right, and I kill it when I'm on the mic. Get it, hold it tight, all night I be taking flight. Self-medicated, I'm feeling alright. Come with me tonight, pocket full of mollies and I'm good tonight. Smoke so much weed, I'm pissing green tonight. Feels like I'm floating on the cloud of just tonight, right? Yo, I'm slick with this rap shit, rip on a dubstep beat with some real spit, man, I'm out of control. The fuck is the filthiest rapper you know?
Pierced my soul and smoked my blood and stole my brain. I took it apart, leveled the blitz, were in vain.
Feel the pain until I can't feel the flames. I'm still in love with the hate. I feel
my DNA's not the same. Pierced my soul and smoked my blood and stole my brain. I took it apart, leveled the blitz, were in vain.
Feel the pain until I can't feel the flames. I'm still in love with the hate. I feel
my DNA's not the same. My soul and smoked my blood and stole my brain. I took it apart, leveled the blitz, were in vain.
Feel the pain until I can't feel the flames. I'm still in love with the hate. I feel
my DNA's not the same. Pierced my soul and smoked my blood and stole my brain. I took it apart, leveled the blitz, were in vain.
Feel the pain until I can't feel the flames. I'm still in love with the hate. I feel
my DNA's not the same. My DNA's not the same. My DNA's not the same.
Yo, do me a favor. Go to fighterfund.com to Connor Hune. He needs a couple grand. Give $5. You get to smell Eddie's fucking jockstrap.
Real quick.
$22.
Hey, real quick, explain the situation really quick. Connor, he had hip replacement.
Yeah, this is messed up. This is real messed up.
His insurance won't cover. The insurance won't cover part of it because it was a
pre-existing
condition.
So he put it up in like what's that thing you do when you're an actor and you want to make a movie and you don't have no money?
Kickstarter.
Kickstarter,
And you go on there and you help them on. If you give like $150, you get a month for free at a 10th Planet headquarters.
I'm helping out
For
with
like
that too.
100, you get some type of gear. For 75, you get tickets. I mean, it's just a great deal, bro. Who gives a fuck about what you get? You know, by the time you get to the fucking school, it's closed anyway. Fuck them. But just give some money, help out Connor Hune. All right, cocksuckers? Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. If you're not going to snort an 8-ball, cut it in half and give Connor $50. Like you a fucking greedy fuck. You know what I'm saying? You want an 8-ball. You know the chick's going to suck your dick with $1,000. Take an 8-ball, sell it, get $1.25, give 50 to Connor Hune.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Connor Hune, ladies and
Connor
gentlemen.
Hune.
That planet, we're a family. We gotta
Yes,
come
we
Hell
are.
yeah,
We
hell
are.
yeah. The squeeze of the arm triangle, your base, your balance, and all that just takes time to put it all together. A lot of you guys are squeezing wrong and you're not balanced right. It's just you're gonna figure it out on your own. You'll get it. It'll get tighter and tighter, but in the beginning, there's just too much to remember. Knee on the belly, you're not doing the perfect thing, or your right knee's on the ground, or you're too high on the chin. There's so many little things, but the more you do it, the more you practice, the more your body will just sink into the right spot. Okay? This is a long-term project. It's so important. That is, when I'm in a mount, that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to take away that arm. You just watch me the next time I'm rolling in the mount. I'm just trying to swoop up that arm the whole time. I'm never going to let a guy just sit there. And when, Omar, when you can't hook the arm, because you can't, sometimes the zombie from the top don't work. Sometimes hooking the elbow don't work. So another technique you got to get, you can't do anything to his arms. You got to get really good at just taking your elbow and just putting all your weight into his neck. Making them address it. They got to just, because you can't do anything. I mean, you got to do something. What else are you going to do? He's too tight. So you just this takes a while to develop too. Being able to put your weight, see that? But see how I can get his elbow in now? See that? It's not going to tap him, but the better you are, just putting all your weight right there, it makes him move. And if you got to be good at that, driving that elbow and balancing. I mean, at first, I wasn't able to make anybody do anything, but I knew that that's the only thing I can do. He's so tight. If you could punch him, you don't have to worry about shit. But since you can poke him in the eyes too. All right, so I don't know what we call this. This doesn't have a name. You got to go good at this. What do we call this? Name it on the spot.
Elbow in the face.
D2. We'll call it the D2. Douchebag 2. All right, this is the D2. I'll be all right? Okay. Now, for those of you that have never worked on this before, we're going to go back and continue to do what we've been doing the arm front.
You want to take him off?
I don't know, that punching speed.
Speed bag.
Anyways, that's the D2. So now, again, those of you that have never worked on this style of mount, just keep doing the arm trunk. This next transition is for my veterans. All right, this for my veterans that have flexibility. Right, this is how you get into playing upside down rubber guard from the mount. So we're here, and I'm.
Fight for our entertainment.
money. Make it exciting.
Ready?
All right, Zach. Let's go. Let's go. Watch your legs. Right up.
We'll let you on. We'll let you on. We'll just slide it down. We'll let you on. Go to the outside. Bring your head down. There it is. Right there. Oh, sit up, 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 up. You got it right now. There it is. There it is. Out of that. Head up.
Zach, remember that knee rise? Yeah.
Watch, she's gonna look for that neck.
There you go.
There you go.
Oh. Yeah, there you go. Right there, you play the Jean Jackie. Oh! Watch out.
No. Not sloppy, not sloppy. Do it right. Bind it.
Watch that turkey back.
Go turkey. Push, push.
My apple.
It's gonna pop up into you. There you go.
Break him down, Zach. Who's got this?
Oh! Square up first. Square up first. Right to it. There it is. Right there. Bring it in. Yep. Bring it in. Set it up. You got it now. There it is. Switch. Take it back. Oh, let's do it. Take it there. Outside.
Wow.
Always hands on the inside. He's going to do it again. He's going to spin for the arm. Watch your left arm, Scott.
Break him down.
Scott, watch the stuff. Two in.
From the elbows, dude.
Scott, pop a knee up. It's already there. He's got the butterfly up. Watch the left butterfly up. Knee through. Drop the knee down and then go. There you go.
Sneaky butterflies. Out of the way. Now clinch up. Stick to it.
Watch the back, Scott. Watch the back. He's going over and around. Get that arm back in. There it is. Up. There we go. Take it. You got it now. Up. Come back up. Turn in, Scott. Turn in. Set it up in the scramble.
Let's move to the center.
Position, Scott. Don't finish. Position. Don't play. Use your game plan.
There it is, Jean Jackie. Right up. There it is.
Smash to the right.
Yep.
Oh!